On the student accommodation, I respect the question, but if I can just say very respectfully, that's the last thing the government is seeking to do. I was a Minister for Further and Higher Education when this process started. Minister Darragh O'Brien was the Minister for Housing at the time. And what I heard from countless students and their parents and university presidents was the idea that the state was basically, and the student more importantly, was the receiver of what the market wanted to deliver. And then students were being asked to pay exorbitant rents, often for facilities that they never asked for in the first place. And what a lot of students said to me, was, we need to get into a system where there's standardized design. This isn't about having one type of standardized design, but 3 or 4 different maybe templates. And what we say very simply, if the private market wants to go ahead and deliver without any public funding, knock yourself out. But if you want the taxpayer to put their hand in their pocket on behalf of the students, we want you to look at what students and what the departments and universities believe is appropriate in terms of the level of funding that we provide. It also, this actually provides larger bedroom spaces in many cases, but there are different options. Crucially, you know what it really does though in a housing emergency? It speeds up delivery, because if you can have standardised design, you're not constantly going back to the drawing board. You will know, I'm sure, and I certainly know of, private student developments and students say, hang on a second, we never asked for half of this stuff, but we may pay for it now. So the state is now getting involved in actually funding or part funding student accommodation. It'd be irresponsible of the state not to actually decide what we're willing to fund and what we're not willing to fund.
So I think it's also very important to understand that a design of a building for its use can be done in different ways. But when you have a construction cost that's very high, it's important that you design it in a smart way so that you utilise all the space that you have in it for the purpose of what it is needed for. So I think it's important that we understand that. This is not trying to crunch people in or have a share. It's actually providing that variety without compromising on the quality of the building and at the same time reducing costs and giving the student the accommodation they so deserve.